35-year-old Victor Garnett was killed around 2 this afternoon on Sibun Street near the Ghost Town gang territory in Southside Belize City. Garnett was behind the steering wheel of this black pickup waiting to meet someone when at least 2 youngsters approached him and fired 2 shots in his direction. He was caught on the head and died on the spot. The ignition of the vehicle was still running.
From what we're seeing, it appears as if he was in that area waiting for somebody, and that person or persons might have met him and eventually inflicted the gunshot wounds that he sustained, which subsequently resulted in his demise.
Garnett is no stranger to the police. He, along with Breon Swift, Frank Edwards and Gabriel Salazar, were charged for the June 2009 double murder of James Swan and Edward Gutierrez 20 miles north of San Pedro in a drug deal gone sour. In 2012, however, they were acquitted of the crime by Justice Herbert Lord.
The victim is one Garnett from San Pedro. He was in San Pedro, and apparently he moved to Belize City recently. I guess you people would be familiar with him. He has been charged for 3 murders in San Pedro, a double murder and another murder.
So what could have been the motive for the murder of the fisherman?
Well, as investigators, we try to keep every possibilities open. When we conduct investigations, we try not to leave any stones unturned, and that is a possibility we are looking at. We're also looking at the possibility of retaliation as a result of those murders for which he had been accused of. And from our investigation that we have gathered so far is that the suspect is a teenager who came out of a yard and fired shots at him, which 2 teenagers actually came out of a yard and fired at him and eventually caught him in the head, and that was a fatal injury.
Special Branch Crime Investigation Branch uniformed police officers as well as members from the Gang Suppression Unit were on the scene conducting searches because information is that the gunmen may have disposed of the murder weapon in the area. But could this last homicide have been averted?
Earlier during the day we had received certain information, and the police had responded to the information, and those persons who were involved in that information, upon seeing the police coming, they took off and they were not caught by the police. The police remained in the area patrolling, and like I said, the police cannot stay in one area. The police have to move around, and apparently they took advantage of the opportunity when police were not in that immediate area to have committed the crime.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.